So you are clear with the explanation of first stanza now. Let us move on to the next stanza, second stanza. Before getting into the explanation of second stanza, come on, read the poem with me. Then took the other just as far, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that, the passing there had warned them really about the same. We'll read the poem again. Then took the other just as far, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that, the passing there had warned them really about the same. First stanza I have told you, the poet is there in a point where two roads are lying in front of him and he is in a confusion to take which road. You can even compare that roads to your life. I have given you explanation. This is the next stanza. Shall we move to the explanation of next stanza now? What the poet is doing now? In first stanza, he had a confusion to choose which road. Now, in the second stanza, you could see he is coming to an understanding of choosing one road. And why he is selecting that road? This stanza is going to explain you that. Why he has selected that road to travel. What is the reason he has selected to travel in that road? Then took the other just as fair. What is the meaning of the word fair, children? It is good. So he has selected one road to travel now and having perhaps the better claim. So he is of an opinion that if he is going to travel in that road, he will get some better acknowledgement over there. He is going to get some good things in his life. With that attitude, he is setting his mind, he is setting forth in his mind to travel in that road. Are you clear? So, among the two roads, he is selecting one to travel. Now come to the next thing. Why he has selected? Because it was grassy, it was grassy and wanted wear. So there were two roads. One road was completely grassy. If you start walking in a path, children, you could see that there will be no grass. You could see a way over there. You could see a path over there. But when you see that the land is completely grassy, you can come into imagination that no one has traveled in that road. The same reason why he has selected. He is going for a different option. He is not ready to travel in the same path where others have passed through, where others have passed through, crossed. He is going for the other road which is still grassy. This will happen now, children. If you find a grassland near your area, you can try that. If you are going to walk on the grass, it will create a path. And if no people is walking on that, there will be no path. The same the road is. Why he is selecting that road? It was still grassy. No one has traveled in that path. No one has opted that road. And it is wanted wear. Wanted wear means it is going to provide him with something that is calling him. Are you clear with this? Okay. The road is just inviting him to take the path and travel. Okay. You have to get into the poet's imagination. Then only you can understand the poem. Come to the next line now. Though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. Okay. If he is going to travel in that area, he is going to achieve something in his life. He is getting that confidence. Though as for that, the passing there, by traveling through that road, had warned them really about the same. He is just going for a thinking. If he is going to travel in that area, will it be the same or will it be different? It is going to give him some different experience or not. He is having a confusion like that. but he has selected the road now. To travel in which road? You can even imagine the poet, okay? The poet was like, he is trying to choose his profession as a poet now. Though as for that the passing there had warned him really about the same. That is what, before going for a selection, he is going for a thinking, if he is going to choose that road, later he should not be warned, okay, had warned them really. He should not get into a feeling that this road will also be the same. He should get some different experience over there. He needs some different experience. He is talking about that different experience. He never wants to be in a usual way. He never wants to travel in the usual thing which is already done by someone. He always needs a different path to travel. He wants to be unique in his life. Have you come across the word unique, children? Unique. The special quality in you. That speciality, that recognition he needs in his life. That is the reason why he is going to select that path which is less traveled by the people. Are you clear now? He is going to select the path, the grassy path which is less traveled by the people. Now let us move into the poetical devices. Poetical devices. You can write it down in your notebook, children. Copy down the first stanza. Copy down the second stanza. Wherever you need some clarification, you can pause the video. You can write down the meaning of it with your pencil. Or if you have your textbook with you, you can then and there you can underline the word and write down the meaning. Now we are going to move into the poetical devices. The spelling of the word poetical is P-O-E-T-I-C-A-L. Poetical devices. This is the spelling of poetical devices. Now we are going to see the poetical devices in 2 stanzas. We will start with rhyme scheme of the poem. Rhyme scheme. 2 roads diverged in a yellow wood. Wood stood. So what will be the rhyme? A. Is it clear? A. Wood stood good. What will be the rhyme scheme? For all this, A. For both and growth, it is B. A, B. Am I clear? Wood, both, stood, good, growth. A, it is B and B here. Are you clear with the rhyme scheme of the poetry line, children? Same sounding words. You could see the same sounding words. Wood, stood, good. Same rhyme. A. Both, growth. It is B. So these two go with the same rhyme. Both and growth. Come to the next stanza now. Here the same you could see. Fair, beer. There. These 3 words have the same rhyme. And climb and same has the same rhyme words. So you can go again with the same rhyme scheme like what we did for the first stanza. A, fair, beer, there. A, and it is B. When we move on to the next poetical devices, we are going to see here 3 poetical devices. It is symbolism, anaphora and alliteration. Are you clear with these poetical devices? Let me explain you, then I'll give you the definition of this. First, anaphora. You could see that this word and is getting repeated here. The line, second line is starting with the word an. So, what is the definition of anaphora I have given you here? The repetition of the same word in the next line also. So, this is called as anaphora. Note down the spelling, children. Anaphora. When you get the repetition of the same word in the very next line, it should go like this. This is a poetical device. Come to the next poetical device. It is symbolism. The first line of the poem. How does the poem begin, children? 2 roads diverged in a yellow wood. What is the first word? 2. What is the next word? Roads. When I talk about this, I told you that these two roads are like a symbol over here to express about your life, to depict about your life. So these two roads are like two choices in the poet's life or it is in your life. What is the poetical device which is applied here? It is symbolism. The use of symbols to represent idea. What is the symbol that is used here? A road is the symbol which is used to represent some idea here. Can you get the thing now? Yes, two roads are the symbol which is used to depict life, to depict the choices in life. What is the figure of speech used here? Symbolism. Two roads are used as a symbol over here. Come to the next thing. Alliteration. The occurrence of the same letter or sound to the closely connected or adjacent words. I have given you only one example, children. If you find alliteration in any of the other lines, you can come out. Here you can see, then took the other just as fair. The sound of the occurrence of the same letter or sound to the closely connected or adjacent words. Alliteration. What is the figure of speech? Alliteration. The sound, the. What are the poetical devices we have seen, children? You can even take it down. Symbolism, anaphora and alliteration. Symbolism is a use of symbol to represent the idea. What is the symbol used here? Two roads. Alliteration, the occurrence of the same sound or letter to the closely connected word. That is called alliteration. And anaphora, the repetition of the same word. You can see this in the first stanza. All the three lines will begin with the same word and. And sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler long I stood. And looked down as far as I could. So these are the three poetical devices, and with that I have introduced you the rhyme scheme. I think so you are clear with the rhyme scheme and you are clear with the poetical devices of these two stanzas now. Okay. So your work is, you are going to read the next two stanzas of the poem. The poem has completely 4 stanzas. I have read you 2 stanzas. You are going to read the next 2 stanzas and you are going to explain me. You are going to tell me what is the meaning over there. Okay. First you read the next 2 stanzas. You underline the word and you write the meaning over there. Don't always expect everything from the teacher that she has to do for me. You do it on your own. I have given you the explanation of first 2 stanzas. You go with the explanation of next 2 stanzas. You start reading the poem. Take down all these poetical devices in your notebook. Do some work. Don't always expect the answers from the teachers. Okay, next year when you are going to face your board examination, there will be general questions, common questions which you have to answer on your own. You are not supposed to expect the answer from the teacher. Note down all the hints which is given for you and get ready to write your answers. With the hope that you will read the next 2 stanzas, I am going to wind up this session. So this session is over, children. Meet you in the next session. Thank you.